abortions will continue to happen. You probably agree with that, even if there's a ban.
Yes, there will be. And that's the thing. With any ban of anything, there will be still some illegal activity or things that happen.
That's good. They're getting to the legal discussion.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you say ban, we understand what that means. We understand that there's a law tied to this activity, restricting it. In our case, what's been the case in the United States for the past 50 years is regulating it.
Right.
So regulating this activity. But we're talking about the criminalization aspect. We're talking about outlawing the practice.
Right.
That's what we're moving towards in the discussion, where Lila was coming at it from, okay, here's the support for the woman, here's the resources, she needs the knowledge and all this. But what she's getting at, okay, this is an activity that will still happen. So legally, how do you treat it moving forward?
And this is one of the common arguments used against the bills of equal protection and abolishing and criminalizing abortion in this nation and states across the nation. People will often say, you can criminalize this all you want, people are still going to do it. To which we would say, that's the case with everything that's on the books as a crime. Murder is against the law and it's a criminal act. But are people still murdering other human beings today? Yes, they still do. And that we recognize that law acts as a culling force in society. It culls out the temptation and even sometimes the opportunity, because people are too fearful of the law and punishment to do it. And so, of course, for example, kidnapping and enslaving people is against the law in this nation. It's a crime in this nation. But every single day in this nation, there's this problem of sex trafficking and sex slavery, kidnapping and enslaving people to do sex acts. And so that's something that's still taking place today. But do we then say, because it's still going to happen, that we should just go ahead and not criminalize it or ban it? Of course, we all recognize, no, we actually maybe need to get a little harder on this. Mm-hmm. We all recognize that, like, okay, we're definitely not the solution to say, let's decriminalize this because people are doing it anyways.
Yeah.
We say, what we maybe ought to do is actually work on the penology, the penalties. Maybe the penalties aren't strong enough to actually work as a stronger force against the temptation to do this thing. Like, for example, you guys have heard me, I think, did I say it last week on last week's show? I said, if we would actually increase the penalties to a just penalty for the issue of like pedophilia and child molestation, if we would increase the penalties for that into a just standard, it would have a dramatic effect, I believe, on the issue, on that issue in particular. Yeah. Or rape. Is it going to stop it altogether? No, we live in a fallen world. People are going to be sinful and do horrible, evil atrocities. But we recognize that God gives us this law and gives us the government as a sort of justice to protect and preserve the righteous, and to actually to prohibit people from the temptation to actually go and do these evil things.
Yeah.